So I was the executive director of an assisted living called Brookdale Cape May, located in Cape May County, New Jersey. I was there for 10 years, and I was in charge of the building. I had 11 managers, and I oversaw all of the nurses, the med techs, the certified nurse assistants, and the entire building. Some of my caregiving experience at Brookdale were both positive and negative. The positive was that you developed really close relationships with the residents that live there. One particular resident I became very close to was a U.S. Marshal back when they were integrating schools in the South. And some of the stories that he shared with me were very personal stories, attacks that were made upon him because he believed in integrating the schools and he wanted to fight for civil rights. Some things such as acid being thrown at him. So you sit with these residents really on a daily basis and you develop relationships with them, which was my favorite part of, my job there at Brookdale Cape May. Some of the negative parts is, when COVID hit, you move from having great relationships with the residents and family members to being the enemy, and having to lock the building down and separate the parents from their families. And all you're trying to do is keep everyone safe. You're going by the guidelines that the states are giving you. I have many pictures in my cell phone of window visits where, parents and their children were not able to see each other for periods of 2 years. And that literally broke my heart, especially with residents like the gentleman I was speaking about, the ones that you're super close to and you want them to be okay. So we came up with different things to do, like window visits. We did drive-by parades so that the kids were able to see their parents. But it was a very, very difficult time to go through. At the end of the day, we did lose a few residents, but nothing like any of the other places that were around us. And I'm quite proud of what I was able to accomplish there at Brookdale. The nurses and the staff, all the caregivers, did a wonderful job at keeping our families safe. And all the family members kind of understood that I was trying to keep everyone safe. So thank God I was able to build a relationship prior to COVID. So they all knew me and they all knew and understood that I was only doing what was best for their parents. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, the responsibilities of someone that's in charge of a building that is filled with caregivers that you're responsible for. You're responsible for the care that they're providing to your residents. And if anything happens in that building, it's ultimately your responsibility. I'll give you an example. One day I would randomly come in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning. I would go up into our memory care just to make sure that all the caregivers were up there actually providing care for our residents. There have been times where I've done that and found people sleeping on the job. I've also found someone playing video games in the building when they should have been caring for the residents. So holding yourself accountable and doing things like this, even though it's not required, really ensures that you are overseeing the program and making sure that all your residents are getting the proper care that they deserve. So it's very important that you not only hold yourself accountable, but you also hold the people that work for you accountable for providing that care. So another experience that I had actually happened during the day. It was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday, and I always walk the floors to just talk to the residents and make sure that all the proper care is being provided. And I happened to walk by one of our public bathrooms, and there was a resident in there with a certified nurse assistant. and she had soiled her undergarments. And as I was walking by the bathroom, I could hear the certified nurse assistant screaming at my resident, calling her all kinds of names. And when I tried to open the door was locked. So immediately I made her open the door. The resident was in tears. This woman was literally verbally abused by someone that worked for me. So what happened is she was escorted out of the building by me, and I had to submit a complaint to the Board of Nursing, and eventually I had her license revoked. I had to appear in court, and this follow through was very important to me, because people that do things like that don't belong in the healthcare fields, and they should never be a caregiver. And I felt like it was my responsibility to make sure that this woman never worked in the healthcare field ever again.